Congo à cause de la guerre d'agression du Rwanda. Ça, c'est une responsabilité que le général Kagame et son armée doivent assumer.
This is about Congo. Africa's world war, millions of people have been killed there, mostly out of sight. And many say that Paul Kagame's troops bear a lot of the responsibility, that you sent the troops into there to keep back the Hutus and the extremists, you know, and more than 5 million have been killed.
Do you know the history of Congo?
Yes.
The problems of Congo are more than 60 years old.
That's true. That's true.
Let's not.
But this started in 1998.
No, the problem started before I was born. We had Leopold. You
I
know the
understand
story.
all of
you
that,
had
and all of the colonialism.
So why do people keep all that quiet, lock it up, and then start saying the problems of Congo? It is the Kagame. Right. It's the troops. It's
Mr. President,
it has nothing to do with
this is
me.
a
It has
man
nothing to do with the
close
government.
to you, providing hundreds of thousands of dollars to Laurent and Kunda, and you sit here and tell me that this is lies and fabrication.
No, I'm saying it is possible, and I don't care, and it has nothing to do with it.
You don't care?
No,
You're the
I
president
don't.
of Rwanda. You say you want stability in your neighbour,
Yes.
the Congo.
Yes.
And then you say you don't care
I
if
don't
senior
care.
figures
I
in
don't
Rwanda
care
are providing hundreds of thousands of dollars of support to a rebel
I don't care
leader.
because even you yourself are putting things out of context.
We now have Rwanda being presented as a development success story, and I think some of the donor governments, such as the UK, the US and the others, want to take some credit for that. The result has been, indeed, that these governments have turned a blind eye sometimes to the serious human rights violations taking place, and the silence on their part has effectively encouraged the Rwandan government to continue with this kind of behaviour, knowing that it's unlikely to face international criticism.
The process of law has to be respected. Victoire Ingabire came and wanted to become a presidential candidate. That's fine. Wanted to form a party. That's fine. And there are two things. One, you want to form a party. There is a process. She failed on what the party stands for. The party stands for division of the country along ethnic lines that have created problems in the past.
Je vais d'abord faire comprendre les choses, que ce procès qu'on est tenté contre moi, c'est un procès politique, ce n'est pas un procès criminel, parce que je suis accusée d'être divisionniste. Pour nous, nous voyons bien que là où le régime des FPR voit le divisionnisme, pour nous, c'est le pluralisme politique. Il faut accepter la diversité de notre société et voir comment l'exploiter positivement. C'est le seul moyen de mettre fin aux violences cycliques dans notre pays. Je suis accusée d'avoir une idéologie génocidaire, c'est un crime et que tout opposant est accusé. Mais pour nous, là où le régime de Kagame voit l'idéologie génocidaire, pour nous, c'est plutôt le devoir de mémoire, et la reconnaissance de toutes les victimes, parce que nous pensons que c'est le seul moyen d'arriver à une réconciliation effective dans notre pays.
But before even that, the issue was, what is this person? Who is she? What? And the record is very clear. This woman has been working with terrorists that have been based in the Congo, the FDLR.
Alors, je suis aussi accusée d'être en contact, de collaborer ou de financer une organisation terroriste, les FDLR. Alors, il y a une chose là que je ne comprends pas, parce que le régime des FPR demande aux membres des FDLR de déposer les armes et de rentrer au Rwanda, qu'ils seront intégrés. Alors, si le FPR est prêt à intégrer ceux qu'il considère comme les terroristes, je ne vois pas pourquoi aujourd'hui je suis poursuivi pour terroriste ou être en collaboration avec les terroristes, même si ces accusations ne sont pas fondées, parce que jusqu'à aujourd'hui, ils n'ont pas encore prouvé quoi que ce soit. Pour moi, je pense que c'est un montage qu'ils sont en train de faire pour absolument freiner mes activités politiques.
Let's get then to the core of this for the benefit of our viewers, and let's be a bit more specific about individuals. Victoire Ingabire.
Fine.
Yes. In this instance, she's confined to the capital. She can't leave. She's facing charges of denying genocide.
She should actually be in prison.
Afterwards, Ingabire was arrested and imprisoned.
She stands accused of crimes. And
like what?
Several crimes.
Like what?
Crimes that links her to terrorist groups like FDR, crimes that link her to sectarianism.
Beneath the surface, there has been very, very strong and worsening repression going on. So we have rivals who have been jailed and in some cases killed. Freedom has been restricted. People talk for being scared to say anything there. There is a climate of fear within the country there.
Dutch Ambassador Frans Mokken greets opposition leader Victoire Ingabire in her cell. It's an exceptional visit. Normally, he doesn't have access to her. He's accompanied by members of a Rotterdam-based human rights group.
En hier zit u dan?
Ja, hier zit ik.
Oké, voel je je veilig hier?
Veilig. Nee, zolang ik ben in de handen van de rechter, ik denk dat ze kunnen helemaal niks doen. Omdat daar nemen ze de verantwoordelijkheid. Maar veilig, bijvoorbeeld zie je de grassen zijn hier maar donker geverfd.
Waarom? Waarom is dat?
Ja, dat ik gewoon niet naar buiten kijken of mensen naar mij kijken. Dus dat betekent hier dat moet de lampen aan. Als er geen stroom is, dan zit ik gewoon de donker hier daar.
This treatment of prisoners by the Kagame regime is not particularly unique. There have been people who have been charged or who have not been charged, who have been kept for years in Kagame's prisons, and tens of thousands of them. So that the idea that people have a presumption of guilt rather than a presumption of innocence in Rwanda's prisons does not apply just to Victoire Ingabire.
Enig idee hoe lang u hier nog zit?
Nee, de procureur heeft gevraagd dat ik blijf gewoon de rest van mijn leven.
De rest van je leven?
Ja.
Hoe lang zit zij nog in die cel daar?
Ik denk dat het afhangt van de steun die Kagame heeft van de westerse wereld. Als nu de westerse wereld eindelijk eens ziet dat Kagame gewoon iemand is die in Den Haag thuis hoort. Om zich te verantwoorden voor bombardementen op vluchtelingenkampen, uitmoorden van zijn tegenstanders. Maar dan ook echt met vrouwen en kinderen tegelijk. Daar zijn rapporten door de VN over geschreven, dus wat moet ik nog zeggen? Hij hoort hier gewoon in Den Haag thuis. En Victoire daar.
Oké, nog andere dingen. Dag. Groetjes aan de mensen in Nederland, hè? Ja.
Unfortunately, it's a situation where the United States, in its effort to support the Rwandan regime, has misled the American people, including me, including Ingabire, including the rest of the world, with respect to the nature of the Rwandan regime. And it's that misleading of the world and of the American people that is really disconcerting about this, because it's meant that a regime that clearly is as dictatorial as a Mubarak or a Gaddafi or any other regime that we can think of that jails its opponents is operating with complete U.S. support in Africa, and the American people don't know it.
When I look at what is happening to her today,